walking. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Oh, yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. So happy to be walking, happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking, yes indeed, I'm walking. Oh yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. So happy to be walking, happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Great Rising, y'all. Great Rising. Y'all probably already got your weights and your mats and your everything. Ha ha! I'm doing this camera stuff, y'all. Yes, indeed. I'm walking. Oh, yeah. Just for me. I'm walking. I just got to put my fan on. Ooh, ooh. It's nice and cool in the morning, y'all. That it is. That it is. Uh-oh. We turn this on.
Power on.
Y'all probably running or doing whatever y'all have to do. I turned the Ubers Tubers camera around and I switch tripods with the YouTubers in the Facebook. And I gotta tell you something. YouTube, excellente, is all lit up. It's all lit up, y'all. It's lit. Oh, don't start me talking in millennial. Is that a millennial thing? A lot of stuff that we say is millennial or whatever. It could definitely be from me. I don't use the term baby boomer. I don't use it. Uh-oh. Guess who we just lost? Guess who we just lost? Okay, we're back. Oh, I was like, here I am complimenting FB. And they kicked me off. Yes, y'all. A lot of terms I've taken from my vocabulary as I become more woke. Because the whole language is built on cults. So you kind of try to change your language where you can. Like I say, Ra comes up in the morning. Egyptian Ra, sun. And I say Ra isn't. Ra is. And in is ongoing. And every day I see Ra come up in the sky. It isn't for me. And when I'm not here no more, I don't know what's Ra gonna be doing. And it ain't gonna be my concern when my matter and energy separate. And I become just energy. And I can understand why I go around shocking people. Oh, that's one thing. Let me see where my ear is. This is one thing about being in a pandemic. I don't have to worry about touching and shocking people. I don't miss that at all. Or going in and out of doors and shocking doors and stuff. I don't miss that. Remember Betsy, the old treadmill? She gave me a couple of shocks. Whew. Yes. Well, it didn't matter whether it was a rug or I dragged my feet, all that stuff. I'm wearing this, I'm wearing that. It didn't matter. I could touch, and it was spark. And it was spark. So, y'all see I'm trying, right? Johanna said you could hold the trainer. She said I can hold on with one hand and it'll do my core. But I like this. If I can keep it going, hands on hips, walking. Because when I went around the track a lot and you got tired, but you still wanted to make, the mileage and to push yourself through, basically you put your hands like this, and it's like your hands would push you forward to keep you going. But I had a core then, a very strong core. Now I'm working on getting my core, the strength of my core back. Sometimes I lean to the right, sometimes I lean to the left. Lean, lean, lean. Oh, I can make a song out of anything. Yes, y'all. I'm trying to find my little breeze for my fan. My fan has gone past me. I have a larger fan that I should plug in. Eventually I will. But we come to sweat. I need to get these impurities out. I know y'all know doctors got a prescription for getting your impurities out. And for y'all, the doctor got a prescription to take care of all the illnesses that y'all got. I'm aware of that. And good for you. Good for you. That you found a human that's a doctor that looks beyond your gender and your race. Good for you. Unfortunately for me, I've not met anyone like that. I know they're businessmen, and this is their business. This is their art. And if they ran around telling you you were healthy, you would have no need to have any interaction with them. I, on the other hand, I've always challenged my body to do shit. Like, heal us. Show me what to eat. Show me what to do. Some things are just to direct us in the way we should go. If I hadn't had my eye occlusion, I would have never moved in with my daughter. Never. Had they not labeled me with high blood pressure, but told me what the occlusion was, from me and my cat experience and rubbing my eyes, I'm highly allergic to cats. But after that happened, with my eye and the membrane coming up from that cat, dander as they call it, and I just put some eye drops in, astringent, and it went away and I forgot about it. It healed. And then that hot day, about 100 degrees, out in that open field, and I turned around and everybody was back in the building, and I had to come across with 20 kids. And I was sweating, two cars come with that parking, and then two cars come across. And I had to get the 20 kids across and stop the traffic. And my heart started pounding. that heat started coming down on me. And the next thing I know, pow. I went to the hospital. I think I texted my daughter. No, I sent her an email from the hospital. Not a big deal. They caught me. State gives them 3 days to throw me in the hospital for no reason at all. The other insurance companies would never have allowed it because it wasn't like that. It wasn't. It's a bunch of bullshit. I was there. Some people like to lay around in hospitals with their feet up. They think it's hotels. I work with women who was on a job when I got there, maybe 7 years. And when they took vacation with the kids, they packed everybody up and the husband and everything. So whenever they had time off from work, it was always something to do with the family. Only through pregnancy is she able to not have to do so much, because everybody understands she's pregnant. So she can't lift the suitcases, she can't lug all the clothes, she can't carry all the groceries in. The mule. But maternity makes it so much easier for them. It does. I have to find my fan, y'all. Oh, I found it. It's too far over. Let me bring it back some. Here we go. That should do it. My bad, homies. I should have put the big fan on. I'll do it when we get our 20 minutes in. Nailed it. Bam, right there. I know I should show y'all my bald head. Well, anyway, she kept having kids. And I looked and I never understood that. I was like, how is it you're having babies, you're making babies, that's the only time you get off work where everybody understands what's going on in this day and age, not when this is going on in like the 2000s. And I couldn't understand it. For me, you got 20 years for that 3 months that you got off work. 20 years, maybe more. I couldn't understand it. Then the husband bails because there's too many kids. Y'all know how that goes. I was supposed to start off by saying to YouTube and Facebook people, I love you. I love you. I love me too. I started this off because when I saw from my mistake on one of my shorts how much traction it got, I was like, holy cow. Folks need to hear I love you. I was where you was. I tell you, I was looking outside for someone to say, I love you. To finally stop being the bastard of the family, or the sister whose father came into the family and made the whole family topsy-turvy and they can't stand me upon looking at me at sight. Ain't got nothing to do with me, but they never put that together. You know, they never put it together. So I had to learn when I could. Then I went down south to the cult. And you can't love in the cult. The only person you could love is God and Jesus. Because, as we're told, your mother can't do for you what Jesus can. Your father can't do for you what Jesus can. Basically telling you not to trust those two people. Then you go home and you're told to do something and you're like, well, listen, I just spent 2 hours learning not to trust you. They said that you, compared to Jesus, you're nothing. Didn't make sense, y'all. Didn't make sense. I couldn't understand why I was getting in trouble for a doctrine that you took me to all day Sunday and several times during the week. Here, take this cough drop. It'll make you better. And my cousin would tell him, no, it won't. You say only Jesus can do it. You say only Jesus can do it. You say only God can do it. So no, I ain't taking it. And he would laugh. It would drive my grandmother's crazy. But they used to call on bullshit. Funny, he's the biggest con man ever, and guess what he is? Yes, a cult leader. He learned it from his grandmother. Generation. So I love you. I love you. I love you. And I love me too. Yes, that's how I can say I love you. And then, if you really want to feel love for yourself, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. First of all, I'm always going to forgive myself. I know y'all don't forgive yourselves. I don't carry that. Oh, that's right. Only God and Jesus can forgive y'all. Ha! They got a problem. That's how. When I do screwed up things, I still do it now. If I don't take a protein drink, important stuff I don't screw up. Because this, my matter matters to me. My matter matters to me. So I don't do screw up often with me. But sometimes I say it because I think about past things. And I say thank you for continuing to love me. I do. I have a whole thing I do. One day, probably when I go west, and I'm for sure positive I'm going to do the Amtrak bullet. I'm saving towards it. The Amtrak bullet from the east to the west. Because they have compartments, almost like cruise ships, where you don't have to hardly come out. You know? And when I do, y'all know I'll be hand sprayed up, masked up, everything up. Get me quite a few N5 things. I ain't playing. And so then, because I'll be on at night when I'm traveling, because I was thinking, okay, once I found out my mode of travel, Amtrak, and I saw what they had to offer, I was like, oh man, I'll be on that train by myself. And then some said, no, you won't. No, no, you won't. You could hit a button and go live, and one of your friends will be there. I was like, wow. Oh, wow. I could share the experience. So then I got excited again. Yay! I love me. So I can say, I love you. And I forgive myself. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love that part. Thank you. Because I always forgive me. I don't be holding no grudge against me. I love me. And if you love you, you do the same thing. I walk every day because I have a history where I look back and my manner was on point. Ride or die. Ride or die. Making all them good decisions. Love it. Love it. And I walk. I want to keep it. And I need to keep good getting to it. See, feet pump blood to brain. Feet pump blood to brain. To brain. To brain. Yes. I love you. When I got all those hits from that mistake, I was like, it was supposed to be, I love to hang. And I put, I love you, hang. And I got views like you would not believe. I said, wow. You need to start telling people you love them. Thank you, I love you. For when you tune in and you exercise with me. Because see, I'm that type of twisted sister. I just can't like talk to you. We got to do something. We have to go. I'm not that type. We got to take walks. We got to go meet here. I'm not that type just to sit down and just shuck and jive and shoot the breeze with you. I can, but I like to be able to do stuff. It's how I've always been. So that's why I gotta walk. And even when I'm traveling west, I'm talking to you, but I'm moving across the country. That's exciting. That's what I'm talking about. So, y'all, I didn't know what button to push, though there's a big old button over here. It's our 20-minute break. So fast, y'all, so fast. Let me see something here now. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Just humble me. I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Just humble me. I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. I'm back. I hope I'm out of camera because if y'all can see what I'm doing, y'all be talking about me. Uh-oh. I done did the thing. I done did the whole thing, y'all. I got a fan hitting me like this and one hitting me like that. Now, if it interferes with the progress of my sweating, on Monday when we get back, I'm going to have to pick a fan because I still like to sweat. I like to feel that, there's one little sweat thing that goes right down between the blades in your back. It goes straight down to your butt crack. And you can feel it. You can feel it as it travels down your spine. And it's awesome. I love that sweat. That's probably why you're alone, Vicki. You love sweat that runs down your spine to your butt crack. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Anyway, I love you. I love you. I love you. If you need to hear it, if you're by yourself, come on over. Just your pace. And I know what love is. I love me. And see where I am? This is love. To the wire, to the limit, to the wall. This is love. I love my matter. I always love my matter. I always love it. I was always fascinated by me. Yes. But in this society, in my cult society, you couldn't be. You couldn't. You had to give it to, you had to say like, oh, I'm so glad that the Lord keeps you healthy. I'm so glad that Jesus, having no connection whatsoever to the whole process. When I used to walk all over to get away from the cult leaders, I would feel so good when I would look back and see the mileage that I did. But I would have to be on the bus with my grandmother and just laugh to myself, like, Grammy, I've walked that. I didn't need a bus. I walked this and further. Yep. I done walked dirt roads to South Carolina. Yes. Yes, indeed, Joe. I have. Now, this is, I can tell, when my core really gets strong. When I can do this. I can feel my core pulling in to make sure I stay balanced. To make sure you stay balanced. Oh, y'all. Yes. Will you do it? This is muscles. I want muscles to protect my bone and my organs. I love my matter. I know all the wonderful things that it does. Of course, yeah, when I think back on it, because y'all know I was taking a nursing course in high school, and when I look back on it, I like if I couldn't keep my books at the hospital where I volunteered, or That was before I started working at the hotel because I could always keep them at the hotel. My grandmother used to keep them. And because they were nursing books, I believe she snuck and looked at them. She called herself Nursey because she did teach remedies. I have a lot of remedies from her on how to take care of my matter. But that's when she was like the African American grandmother. When she was a cult leader, she was like, oh, Jesus, take care of that. Oh, God, take care of that. He'll touch you. And then when she was the African American, she was like, take this, because your body needs it for such and such and such and such, and it'll help you so and so. And she was right. But when she was the cult leader, everything was the Lord. Oh! And it was so funny. She would be on top, oh, I thank the Lord this morning. I put my feet on the ground. And I hope these children don't have me cussing them out or telling them off or yelling, because you know these devils around here. And then it goes on a whole devil conversation. And so by the time she talked to us, that happiness about God putting her feet on the ground in the morning has totally gone. Never understood it. It never lasted. You know, in the afternoon, yay, still happy from this morning when the God made me. No. It didn't go any further than company coming over. To me, it was a big hurrah when company came over. When cult members and followers tried to out-cult each other. And what I'm learning now, I didn't mean to go on a cult conversation because I done lost so many supporters on it. But that's all right, I gained me. And I'd rather have me. I mean, I love you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. But I like the realness. And that I lived long enough to get to understand what was going on. That it didn't pass this, my matter and energy didn't separate with me under that delusion. Now I've been, I listen to a lot of true crime. And they in the Midwest, God speaks to the white people all the time. All the time. All the time. All the time. And as good of a cult leader as my grandmother is, I've never heard her say God said anything to her. He can come to you in a dream, maybe, but no, I don't remember hearing her say anything like that. And that's another thing I wondered about. Here I am volunteering. I'm sitting with soldiers, I'm feeding them, I'm talking to their family and everything. And I'm still told that I don't know God and I don't know Jesus. Couldn't understand it. I couldn't understand it. Wasn't it charity? Wasn't that what I was doing? Wasn't that what I was doing? Wasn't that a good example, a good life? I did extracurricular activities. I volunteered. And I worked. Graduated and went to college. Got a job. Got married. Had a But still I learned in cult world, you don't know nothing and you ain't did nothing. It's only the cult followers and the people that's in the cults that gets the rite of passage. And though I was a deacon and a deaconess granddaughter, it ain't mean nothing. For them, it was everything. It didn't mean nothing to me. We had to be at church all the time. All the time. If I had a test, didn't matter. If I had to study, didn't matter. Because, see, it's all about heaven. And I'm like, but damn, I'm here now. I need a high school diploma to function here. I ain't starving. I ain't scraping like y'all. Well, I did, but anyway. That was my, that was my young mind. Because I didn't realize this, it was this systemic racism that put them in their position. And no matter how much education I got, it would always be a block. But they didn't care. It was all about going to heaven. Yet nobody wanted to die. So I remember years later when I heard Bill Howard. We were somewhere. Bill Howard, the wonderful artist. I think they're still in Brooklyn now. Y'all can look them up if you want to. Great artist. Oh, thanks for coming on the walk, y'all. Thanks for the support. And is that Diane? Or Yvonne? Or Joan? Oh, sorry. Or Penn? Or Mary? Or Smith? Oh, okay, I can't see the name now. Well, our walk is, we got 8 minutes. Well, really, 13 minutes. You know? All day long, I was like, wait a minute. I'm not in heaven yet. I gotta do stuff on earth. And their solution? Get pregnant, get married. But you still gotta get a job. You still gotta be able to work and make some kind of income. That's only white people who say, I'm gonna stay home and take care of the kids and you go work. I know my father did it. But he was the one who had 4 kids in a short amount of time and had me on the outside. So 5 kids. Ain't nobody, and this is back in the 60s, nobody was going to babysit with 4 kids. So she had to stay home. So I looked at that too. And I knew I would never have enough kids where I would have to stay home. Well, we have to live off my husband. I said, oh, a lot of people say, you can live off your husband's salary. I ain't falling for that trap. There's 2 older women I know, my grandmother and Mrs. Subri. When Mr. Subri died, she was a little upset. But you can look at her and see how free she was. Because, see, she had to stay home and take care of their mentally challenged daughter that they adopted. And she had to drop them off at the train station and stuff like that. Which she hated. But did. Because he was the breadwinner. And I said, boy, I don't want to get trapped like that. Well, that was older. First person I saw that was with my grandmother. She loved my grandfather. She took care of him. But when he passed away, you can see the free written all over her face. She knew where the money was. She handled the money. She knew where it was coming from. She knew what that. And I took that, take that away too. I was like, nope. I don't want to have all those kids. where we have to be dependent on. Yeah, my husband is one man to take care of us. And we're not like Caucasians. We weren't raised like that. Remember, during enslavement time, they was chilling out. Unless, of course, you was poor, you was scraping. But at the time that y'all was making so much money off of slavery, off the enslavement of a person, working a person for nothing, you were making so much money that in good society, they didn't have to work. But I'm listening to the podcast, and in the Midwest, that's what they're doing because that's how the women are trained. But they don't realize times are changing. That man who's raised by his mama ain't ready to take on all that responsibility because his daddy ran. If you marry someone whose daddy has left the family, especially in relation to the dad having a lot of kids, don't have a lot of kids with him. Maybe one, maybe two, cut it off. Oh, I forgot. Oh, stupid me. I'm sorry. I forgot. Y'all can't do that no more. Y'all gave y'all vote away to those Republicans, and now they said, we own your poo-poo. We own your womb. Our hand is all up in your hoochie. Yeah. They ain't like that with us. They ain't never been like that with us. They ain't never been like that with us. We didn't have abortions till until we died on the table. And they wouldn't stop. That's us. Y'all, they said no. They want babies falling out that hoochie. They'll have to take care of them. Y'all don't care. Y'all voting away birth control. People in as y'all call them, third world, underdeveloped countries, dying to get birth control pills. They don't want to spit out babies every time a nasty man wanted to mount them. Because all he doing is mounting. He ain't taking on the weight. Most y'all here, y'all giving the vote away. Y'all cream complexion, y'all alabaster, ivories. Y'all want that man's hand all up in your coochie, telling you what to do. Sister girls, y'all get out there and vote. Y'all get rid of them people because they may turn around and try to do the same for you, and it ain't happening. It ain't happening. Go beastie. Go CRAZYYYYY, honey. Cray cray. But you can go out and vote and get rid of them. And get rid of them. Every last one of them. So they can take care of those freaks in robes in the Supreme Court. I'm telling you, when you don't see their hands, they underneath there diddling themselves while they make decisions about your poo-poo. Every time a man thinks about the vagina, he gets hard. So you know how those men in the Supreme Court justice had a good time. Jerking off to Roe v. Wade. Oh no, we don't, no. My sperm has to go somewhere. No abortion. Can we vote again? This is Supreme Court justices. Can we vote again? Well, we have this section. Oh, good, break it up. That roll be fluffing out. That roll be fluffing out. And then he said, uh, uh, no, no birth control. My sperm has to go somewhere. Hand me a tissue. And then they wipe up underneath their robe and they sit there looking like something. But it ain't nothing. Only haughty old men in robes. Jerking off. Loving to talk about pussy. Can you imagine? To reach the highest court of the land. And your main topic of conversation that you love. Bring it up again and again. You tell your friends, hey, your sperm will always produce something. You ain't got to feed it. You ain't got to clothe it. You ain't got to do nothing but leave your seed in it. You can leave your seed in a child. You can leave your seed in an infant. But there will always be a place for you to leave your seed. Netflix has this thing out about undercover society. What is it? Iraq, Iran, all that, the Muslim countries, where all them suicide bombers and stuff that's up there in heaven now, screwing all the virgins. Well, let me tell you what happened to your wife on earth. On your wife on earth, your inman, your shaman, or whatever, is selling them under what, like, part-time legal marrying, which is prostitution. So you wouldn't blew yourself up for Allah, and they made your wife, your daughters, a prostitute. Would you have blown yourself up knowing that? That your mother got to get out there and go under a religious leader cult who finds them the man? Now, in this temporary marriage, now a temporary marriage could be 2 hours, 3 hours, but they encourage a day. They want you to take a day. Now, that can run you anywhere, $500,000. Don't look at the show. Don't take my figure from it. I was too busy sitting there almost throwing up, gagging. Yes. You blew yourself up in the car, and your mama, your sisters, your wife, and your children are now being made prostitutes. You must be so proud. Well, you got 7 virgins in heaven. So I guess when you weigh it out. All right, let's do 10. Neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1 for good luck. Yeah. Don't worry about them. You got 7 virgins in heaven. And they making prostitutes out of every woman in your family. Wow. I can see why y'all want to blow up. Not only do you get 7 virgins in heaven, but here on earth, your fellow cult members get all your wives and your children here on earth. So they get 7 virgins too. Let's go. I said virgin. Never mind. We almost finished it. Finish it. Let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, y'all. Yeah. Whew. walking. Oh, no, I'm not. Thanks for coming on the walk. Please like, comment, share, subscribe if you're not staying for the water gulp and sip. I mean, gulp and chat. I don't know what these buttons are. I'm going to have to take a minute. Here we are. How? Oh, I hope you guys have a great weekend. You know, I was looking at my apples, right? These are my Red Delicious. And those are like granny apples. And then this is my forestry back here. You know, the walk through the park. Well, I should do it like this. This is my forestry here. And this is my apple grove. And I say good harvest every time I look. I say good harvest across the world because the earth is always giving in abundance. I didn't take a sip during our break. So I got to put all this down in this gulper sip. Ooh, let me see who that is. Somebody said hi to me. Let me see. Ooh. Hey, Nielsen. Thanks for coming on the walk. Hey, Nielsen. I'll be sharing it with your uncle, auntie, and cousins, Nielsen. I seen your pictures, so you got family. Stay healthy. And I can encourage them to stay healthy. But you can encourage them to stay healthy, too. All right, let's knock this back. Make you think of the drinking days, right? Warming up, y'all. Letting everybody know what's coming. Like, comment, share, tell a friend, tell uncle, tell auntie, tell a cousin, tell everybody to come on the walk. Yes. Let's get this water down. What if a lot of your problems that you think you got is just because you're dehydrated? See, my matter always lets me know when I'm getting close to dehydration mode. It reminds me. I was like, all right, Vicki, it's getting hot. It's getting real hot. You walking. Something's happening. You need more water than you was putting down before. So I don't want to do those little glasses. Glass. Someone said, you don't do glasses now. You chug. And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot. They said, well, make sure you chug quarts instead of 12 ounces or 18 ounces. And I said, okay. I can do that. Excuse me. Especially for us. They said we don't drink enough water. And I be looking at those Nepal village things, and I see they have water, and they go down to the stream and they get water. I don't see them putting too much on their body. But for that climate, they're all skin and bones. But that's what they need for that climate and how they live. For us, it's something different. Yeah. Yeah, y'all. Almost done. I sure hope y'all sipping, I'm gulping and chatting with me. Or that I'm helping y'all to say, hey, let me drink some water. Hey, maybe that medicine I'm taking is really drying me out. Let me take some water and a little bit more. Now, I know many of y'all ain't retired. And you can't do this. But if you have to be to work at 9 o'clock and you have 2 courts, I start at 4:30 and I only started now because I have y'all. But on the weekend I try to back them up a little closer so I get these 2 courts in. Things coming on the walk. Went down the wrong way because I thought it came into my head. I want to say, remember, Vicki, to say thanks for subscribing. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you. I'm getting this down. Thanks for coming on the walk. We don't walk on Saturdays anymore. That's why we do 45 minutes. Because we don't do Saturdays anymore. So, have a wonderful weekend. Stay cool. And like, comment, share, subscribe. And I will see you on Monday. Have a great weekend.